Hi, this is Phil Munkos, realtor in the Houston area. I want to go over an example of selling to Opendoor versus a traditional listing. This is my personal house that I sold last year, and I've lost listings to Opendoor and Zillow when they were doing it before. In 2021, before Zillow quit, sometimes the offers they gave were like just too good that the seller is like, you just had to tell them, yeah, that's you should probably go that route. That's better. But that they were losing hundreds of $1 millions per quarter. In the most recent quarter that just passed, Opendoor was too. So it doesn't seem to be a sustainable business model. OfferPad still does it. Opendoor still does it. Zillow shut down. They're losing way too much money. I think Redfin, same thing. Yeah, definitely Redfin as well. So yeah, I just want to give an example of what you can expect. At one time they were overpaying, but I don't know. I don't think that's the case anymore. And they give the initial offer, and but that there's going to be fees, and they're going to probably reduce the initial offer as well. So yeah, I just want to show you my experience so you can compare. I guess one of the other advantages, if you have to fix up your home to sell, then this looks really good to you because you just sell it as is and they'll deal with it, but there's a massive cost involved to that. And there are options these days if you don't have the time or the credit or the money to do it yourself. There are options these days, companies that will come in and you can pay them at closing that will fix it up. But anyway, won't get into that too much today. I just want to go over the example. So here's the initial offer I got from Opendoor. So it looked pretty good for my house. 483,900. That's pretty reasonable. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. So the next step, let me change these up. So here's the next step. After I sent them pictures and video of the house that they asked for, I think they sent someone they kind of just walked around the exterior of the home. And then I got the actual offer, and it turned out to be 458,000 here, compared to 483 originally. And I'm not sure why they did that. Like I'll show you later, they took off money for repairs and their fees. So that changed things dramatically. That's before they take off for repairs and their fees. So yeah, that really changed things. Let me show you the next step here. So the fees they wanted to handle the transaction, $22,920, which works out to 5% of the $458,000. So that's a pretty steep fee. I guess that's their standard number, I'm guessing. So there's that, and then the last fee they take off. So then for repairs, $12,386. That's actually pretty reasonable. I spent about $10,000 replacing flooring and doing extensive paint touch-ups before listing, plus a bunch of other minor things. So that's not bad. And the final calculations I'll show, that's like pretty much a wash. No issue with that number. And then let me show you so I'll show you the final numbers at the end, but yeah, it just didn't seem like enough to sell my house to them. So I went the traditional route. Pretty big difference. I'll show you the numbers, but so I went the traditional route. The market was really hot at the time. Listed at 500, sold for 511 down here. There was a loan. I blocked a lot of these details out because just to save protect the privacy of the eventual buyers. But anyway, there was a loan, so loan could cause an issue, but it didn't. They were pretty solid. Wasn't really concerned about that at all. So 511,000 was the sales price. And yeah, let me show you the breakdown of costs, how it all worked out. So here's the breakdown between Opendoor's net price and the traditional listing option. Like I said, it's not exactly net because there was those repairs. I just left them out to keep everything simple, but they're pretty much a wash between the two. And then there'd be some extra closing costs that'd be about $5,000 for the traditional and the Opendoor for like the title policy and some escrow costs and HOA foundation fees, stuff like that. But just to keep things simple, here's Opendoor's math. At 435, 480 net to seller. And then the traditional listing at a $511,000 sales price, including a 6% listing fee, it's $480,340 net to seller. So a pretty big difference. That works out to $44,860 more selling as a traditional listing. So really big difference, 9.33%. Yeah, so you're walking away from a lot of money. I don't know if I don't think this is an extreme example. I think this is kind of what you could expect, but I'm not really sure. I just have, I went through the process and I have the numbers for this one to show you. So, your initial offer is not going to be your final offer. You're going to pay a lot more than what you first see with those companies. So yeah, I just want to show the option. If I could see people, if they didn't have enough cash or credit or something like that to get the repairs done ahead of time that are necessary to sell for top dollar, they'd be tempted to go with Opendoor. But there are companies that will come in and do the work and get paid at closing. That's an option. There's ways to work things out. I would just say at least have a conversation. Like I said, at one point, these iBuying companies were overpaying, and you just had to tell people, yeah, this is the best thing you can do, to net the most money. But I don't think it's the case anymore. Probably never, if rarely. Yeah, and I guess like another big feature is you're going to sell for sure, fast. But if you wanted to ensure that if your house is going to sell for 500,000, instead of giving up almost 45,000, just reduce the price by split the difference on that. Keep 22 for yourself and take 22 off the list price, which would, like it did in the home market, would probably get people to pay over asking and get quick, good offers. So that's an option too. Just like give a little bit up on the list price it below market value, and still net more than selling to Opendoor or something like that. So anyway, any questions about this? If you want me to compare the two for you, for your own home, just let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.